all my mods in here. Oh, well, the chat's not going to be on. When the chat does come back on after Queen talks, if you are disrespectful, if you say anything rude to her or anything out of pocket, you will be blocked. Any doxing, you will be blocked. She's coming up here and taking time out of her day to express what's going on and kind of give minimal information because there is an investigation going on that we are doing right now. So we have to be respectful for her to come up here on the chat and like do this and answer questions and speak her mind right now on like things that are happening. So I want everybody to be very respectful to her. If you're not, my mods will block you. I have a bunch of mods in the chat right now. When comments come back on, you will be blocked.
Make sure you're tapping the screen and follow me just in case we get taken down for some reason. We'll go up on mine. Thank you.
Yeah, we already had Tay come in. Hazard came in. I'm sure once they see that Queen's on, Eli, Kula, and all them will start, looking from the outside trying to report us. So just keep tapping the screen, you guys, just to keep us going so we don't go down. If we do, we'll go on Florida Girl's backup page. So everyone follow her. And after this live, please do not message Queen. She's not going to respond to any of your guys' messages. Like, she's coming on here, so just be respectful to her. And we're just letting her know that obviously we would support her 100%. And obviously there's going to be people from Kula's side who doesn't and are probably watching this. So we just want to, let her know that we're all here for her.
If you message, she's going to tell Keala, and Keala will block you. So don't message her, please.
All right, let's just give it like a few minutes to have everyone come on. I think we're good, though. We're at like 180. How you doing, Queen?
For the most part, I'm doing okay. Been kind of, overwhelmed and just trying to do the day activity, life and work, and trying to maintain and do everything, and then have to deal with what I'm currently going through right now. So it's a little bit much at this point, but got to do what I have to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna let Queen start. Go ahead. You the floor is yours, hon. You could start whenever you want to.
Okay. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone who has allowed me to come onto this platform to be able to get my voice out there and to be heard. And I must say, for a very long time, I've been trying to get my voice out there to have people be aware of who Eli was and what he was doing. This definitely was not something that was just weeks of an issue or even a few months. This has been going a very long time between me and Eli, of what has taken place. And with that having said, it's been very nerve-wracking and unsettling for me, not only just as a female, but for my child that's also involved. And with that being said, I say that to say this. People who go onto social media and they post different things, they make a mockery of certain things, or they make in front of certain videos and whatnot. I just want people to please be mindful that there is a child involved in this situation, and my child is currently going through therapy to process on how to deal with an adult saying inappropriate and grooming and things like that to her. There are things that still use women that are currently on here with me now are not aware of. I didn't get a chance to fully open up how in depth and how inappropriate Eli was. I've only gave a short breakdown of what this individual has done, but this has been months of ongoing inappropriate things that was being done. As you know, I did reach out to the authorities. I am working with the authorities from actually different states as we speak. I can't elaborate exactly on everything that is being taken place. However, I will say this. My phone device that was used, a lot of the incidences had to be turned over, as well as my emails, my IP addresses, things like that, voicemails, etc. Also, I am currently speaking with a detective, which I will later message you, Island Girl, the additional information that I received today. I will be flying in and having a one-on-one interview with them, as well as an affidavit report, and have my child as well write a statement. I did agree to have my daughter, as well as myself, with an attorney present, of course, for my daughter, to have a lie detector test presented. I voluntarily did that only because I want to reassure that everything that I'm saying is an absolute 150% the truth. And I want to make sure that at all costs, Eli realizes that he cannot do this, not just to my child, but to anyone else that he has, I'm sure, done this with. I'm sure that this is not the first time that this has occurred. But I also, the reason part of me coming on here tonight is because my daughter at the time was 15 and now 16. And I know a lot of people say, and they have their own opinion, which they have their opinion, that, you know, a child shouldn't be on internet or like that. We do not have control over what people do. But please understand that when people make jokes or they post certain videos or whatnot, that, you know, my child does eventually see it. Somebody yesterday had confronted her during one of her cheerleading practices and had asked a question because they had seen a video with my face on it, and they had questioned her about some things. And now at her school, they're asking her inappropriate things like, oh, not knowing that this is through the internet and stuff, they're asking her more of a SA questions. And she's feeling very back up against the wall kind of thing and embarrassed about answering these questions. And I just wanted to come on here tonight to say, please, I'm asking everyone, please be mindful when you post certain things. because, you know, it does affect people. And I know that everyone's trying to get the word out. And by all means, I definitely wanted to do that from the beginning. And I respect the fact that I was able to come onto this platform to be able to get my word out, because if it wasn't for this platform right here, I wouldn't even still be able to even open my mouth, because every which way I was going about it, somehow, some way, Eli stopped me. He either got blocked or I was getting massive reported. And as some are very, as they would say, anal about their TikTok accounts, I don't care if I lose my account. And I'm just being honest. Like, I only have one account. I've only ever had one account. I never even had to make up a backup account, because I'm not a drama starter. I don't cause problems with people. I usually follow the guidelines. I never have no issues with anybody. It's just that there's a lot of memories on my account that, you know, I've been on here since it's been Musically, and I would hate for me to lose that. But I had to currently set my account to private, because once I opened my mouth, their side decided that they were going to massively report me on so many things. That's why I started downloading my videos so I didn't lose them and whatnot. But I just wanted to come on here tonight to inform everybody, kind of just a breakdown of what's currently going on, and where I'm at in the mental state. It is definitely challenging for me. It is just me and my daughter, so you know, currently, even at this moment, I've had to report to the authorities that of the threats that I've been obtaining from that side, that if I didn't keep my mouth closed, things would happen. Unfortunately, I must say, he does know my whereabouts. He does know my address, so that is a little alarming for me. But I am taking all precautions to make sure that I'm safe, and more importantly, that my daughter is safe. Um, if you know, I know I've been getting people blowing up my phone and sending me messages, and it's not that I'm a rude person and I don't want to respond back to anyone. It's just that, like, I'm required by law to not disclose or discuss certain things, and I do at all costs do not want to mess this up, because I want this individual, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I just wanted everybody to know that.
Yeah, and like I said, you guys, I go live every night now, since kind of all this with Kula has happened. And I've been talking to Queen, on a daily basis, and her and I on the back end are working, together to help the situation. And, her and I talk every day. And it isn't an easy thing to come up here and do. It's not easy to come on a public platform and, express what's going on. So, to get the death threat, or, I'm sorry, not death threats, to get the threats, and I didn't mean to say death, sorry, I love TikTok shop, but to get like people blowing up her phone, him blowing up her phone, and his followers messaging her, reporting her, Facebooking them, like, we're out here to bring awareness. And we say this every day. It's not an easy thing for her to do, but she did it, and we have to commend her for that. At the end of the day, like, I know everybody has a lot of questions, but like she said, we are very, and I tell you guys this every day, we are very limited to what we could say right now. Like, she's working with her detectives, I'm working with the detectives with Eli's department. So like, and her and I are working as a team. So we're, when we say we're limited to things that we could say, like, this is per like the authorities. We cannot disclose too much, but what we can do is we are doing the best that we can on the back end to make sure justice is served for her and her daughter. So it's not that we don't want to give you guys information. It's not that we don't have accurate information. It's not that we don't have the information. It's we are told, if we want this to go through and we want this to have justice, we have to be careful and we have to tread very lightly what we are doing, because if we do one slip up, it could ruin the entire fucking case. So we just have to be very careful what we're doing on our side and what's being said and how much is being said, because in one instant the whole thing could be gone. You know, like it could just be thrown out the door if we say too much. So when, you know, we don't say enough, like, I promise you guys, there are very few people that know what's going on, but I can promise you, you guys will know once it's all done. Like, it, trust me, you guys will know. But right now, we just have to be very limited to what we say. And she came on here because, you know, she wants to bring awareness to what happened. She wants to thank everybody for standing behind her through all this, you know. But if people have questions, if she feels comfortable with asking them, she will. If she doesn't, just please respect that she doesn't at this time, or she can't at this time. And if I feel it's a question that she can't answer, like, I'm gonna say, you guys, like, she cannot answer that at this time, because we have to be very careful. Like, I just spoke to my detective today on our side for Eli, and I know what's going in place and I know what's happening day by day because I talk to them on a daily basis. So we just have to be very careful what we say, especially because they're looking at our, like, they're lurking on our window. We're getting reported. We're on a public platform. So we have to be careful what we're saying. But you guys could turn the comments on if there's anything that you guys have any questions. If we can answer them, we will. If we can't, just please. Thank you, Alicia. I was just going to tell you to put that. If we can't, then just please respect that right now, because this is an investigation. It's an ongoing investigation right now. Macaroni, you could turn the comments on if you want. Can one of my mods turn the comments on? Oh, there we go. Just like the live, you guys, because I have a feeling
I do
that...
thank you for allowing me to talk.
Of course, Queen. I told you, I tell you this every day when we talk. I will have your back 100%. And you know that. I stand right behind you. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this for you. You know, like, I stand behind you 100%. Okay, comments are going
Somebody
fast. So if I
asked
missed
me,
something, sorry.
Kimmy asked me how long was I talking to Eli. I've been talking to Eli, I'm going to say for a good 8 months, if not longer.
Of course, you guys. How did you meet Eli?
I actually met Eli through one of his lives. Somebody shared out his live. He was doing like a karaoke type of live.
Was it a relationship, talking to Eli, or friends?
It was definitely friends. And he crossed the line several times. It started out where I was trying to help him fill out some forms that he said he got this email to join American Idol, and he was supposed to be getting some other documents that somebody wanted him to sing for. Because of what I do for my career, I was looking at these papers for him, only to find out that they were not even legit papers. They were actually papers that were printed off from the internet.
Hold on. Someone asked. There was a comment I saw from someone. Hold on. What made you want to talk to Eli originally?
Just in general, in the beginning, everything started out as just like a friendship. Like it was not even really a friendship. It was more of a acquaintance. I've known him through like other people, and it was just general conversations like everybody would do on TikTok. Just go on their live, listen to them saying certain things. And that's originally how we started talking more and so forth. Did Chloe know about you? Kimmy, in the beginning, I do not think so, but as time went on, I believe she did. Did you ever call him over the phone or video? I did it all. And the reason why somebody asked, well, with him making all them inappropriate comments and stuff, um, that didn't always start. That just recently started not too long ago. And I was definitely very, very firm about putting him in his place about it. And even told him that if he didn't stop, the consequences would occur. But unfortunately, someone like him always found a way to slip in inappropriate things through.
Would something trigger him to make those comments?
Would something trigger him?
I don't think anything would trigger him. I just totally feel that that's just Eli. You guys were getting reported already. Can you please like the live? I just got a violation. I don't think anything triggers him. I just think this is Eli's. I just think this is how Eli is, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think anything in general like triggers him. I just think that Eli is just so, hold on guys, I'm not bring Hawaiian, I'm gonna drop you really quick, okay, just while she until she's done.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think anything triggers him. I just think really that's Eli's personality, to be honest with you. I believe you. Did those messages look how Eli usually texts you? Kula says it doesn't. So I have all other text messages. I was in a text thread with Eli before. Numerous people have been in text threads with Eli. I actually got a set of text messages from Eli today from somebody, and they looked very similar. So, and I'm not just saying that because I'm against Eli right now, but again, I've always said if I don't believe in something or I don't stand behind someone, I won't post it on my page because I'm very firm when it comes to receipts. And I can tell you that's definitely Eli's texting.
And with this added on to that comment, this is also why I agreed to meet up with the detective to do a voluntary lie detector test. That is why I just because you know something like this is very severe, and it could be my word against his word. And I definitely understand, concern flying in to do a voluntary lie detector test as well.
And her phone has been handed over to the detective. So if people are still questioning a lot of things, and like we say, like, you guys may question it until things all happen and things unfold and you see it, which we understand. Not everybody's going to believe us, not everybody's going to stand on our side, because there are people that still support Kula and Eli. But at the same time, I'm still gonna stand strong along with Queen. I'm gonna stand behind her, and anybody that's in my chat and that's been here is going to stand behind her. So I mean, if there's people that doubt it, I understand. It's nature. It's a big thing that's going on. This is something that he can go away for a while, but I mean, I stand behind her 100% because I really feel that this is like, I've seen a lot, and after speaking to like the detectives and stuff, like there's a lot going on. So and you know, we're limited to what we could say, you guys, like we really are. If we could tell you everything right now, trust me, I wish we can, but we can't. It'll hurt our case. I think people still support them because Eli really thinks that he's innocent. Like I think he's such a pathological liar that he really feels that he has put in his head that he's innocent. And I don't think he really thought anybody would really go through this far with the extent to going to the authorities, because he's gotten away with it for so many, like for so long and with so many people, that now that someone's finally doing it, he's scared. Because there's messages where he's reaching out to pro bono lawyers that I got today. I'm trying to get that pro bono in my chat so we can talk, but I have the screenshots from them.
And if he wasn't scared,
If
he wouldn't be getting the pro bono lawyer.
Exactly.
Right. And in all honesty, before I even mentioned to start speaking and to say anything, if everybody can remember, the moment he found out that I was on this platform live, he immediately got silenced and then cut his live. He was guilty right from the beginning, like he knew I was going to come out and start speaking. And from that same night, I actually got a message saying, please keep your mouth closed, don't say anything, you know, promise me you're not going to say anything. And from that moment on, he's been trying to, even reached out to me from another device to try to keep me to be quiet.
Mm-hmm. Queen, do you think Eli had mental issues? He says he does.
I believe to a certain extent he does have some type of disability, but I do believe that he feeds off of that disability and uses a lot of it as an excuse.
Did he block and mute you as soon as you said something in his life? So if a lot of you remember, if a lot of you remember when she came out in the live, we were streaming with Brie with T, and she came in our box and she confronted Eli. Kula said something, I can't remember exactly what it is. It's on Bree's page, about feelings. I forgot what word she used. And as soon as Eli saw she was on here, it was literally seconds after that, maybe less than a minute, that their live ended, right? When I went on the live with Kula and Eli, and I called Eli out for that, Eli started stuttering when around a lot of things that I brought up about this situation. That live is all over TikTok. Macaroni has it also on her YouTube page that you guys can see it if you missed it.
It's in my bio. It's pinned in my bio on my profile if you want to watch it.
Yeah, so there was a lot of things that in that live that they both lied about, both of them. So, there's a lot that has gone on over the last few days, and I just think that we need to remember that Eli's going to do what he can to prove his innocence, but all he's really doing is digging himself deeper in a hole. He keeps showing his Snapchat, but that doesn't mean anything to us, because when we went back to the Snapchats, the one that Queen gave me, it matches up to his real name. So
I also want to say this, that you know, everybody says about Kula, about
thank you guys for the gifts.
how her partake is, and I'm not trying, by all means, I am not trying to defend her or anything else, but I will say this, coming from a DV survivor and a SA survivor, I know without a doubt that woman is being mentally abusive and manipulated. I have been on the phone with Eli already where I've heard him speak to her in such a degradable, disrespectful way. And I don't understand why she would even stay with somebody like that, being spoken to that way. But he definitely, without a question, manipulates, disrespects, humiliates her. And when I say humiliate, I mean makes in front of that poor woman on a daily basis about her hygiene, the way she looks, the way she represents herself. And the minute that she tries to stand up to him, it's all hell breaks loose. And I know that from personal experience by months of me talking to him. I've heard him disrespect her in so many different ways.
Okay, so the pro bono lawyer that he was messaging just came in our chat right now. I was trying to get him in here. If you can come in the box, that would be great, because you can probably give a little bit more insight. I saw all the messages, but I don't want to put everything out there, just because it was already turned into authorities as well.
Mm-hmm.
I turned those into the detectives today. So, you know, when you guys send me things, if it's going to be feasible for our case to help us, it goes straight to the detectives. No, I will not get in a box. Hold on, what did he say? No, I will not get in a box. My wife is sleeping next to me. Okay, well, whatever. We already sent the messages to the detectives. So he reached out to a pro bono lawyer. Basically, they're not gonna do anything. So, when he told me he was gonna have me sued and he has a pro bono lawyer, no one's gonna get Eli as a case. Eli's a liar. Like everything that has come out, everything I've sent to the detectives, like this guy calls me when I say every day. Yeah, thank you, T-boy, I got him.
Well,
When
I had to, for me, I had to get a lawyer only because my child is underage and because of the questioning and stuff. So I had to obtain her lawyer.
Yeah, and at this point, Eli's, I mean, I hate to say it, you guys, but Eli, the evidence that we have against Eli, he's guilty. And all of you guys that want to sit there, not you guys, but all the people that want to sit there and support him, when the truth comes out, they won't be allowed in my chat because they sat by him after everything that we've said, we've showed, we've done, you know, we've done so much to try and show them that we have solid proof, and they continue to support them. So they will not be allowed in my chat. They will all be blocked once they find out the truth. Because if you didn't believe us then, I don't believe that you're going to believe us even then after. I think you're still going to think that he's an innocent person. And in reality, he's not. Good. I'm glad he's looking at 68 years. I kind of wish he was looking for more, because when the other person comes out that I have messages from that's also talking to the detectives, which is another minor that he's been messaging on here, I'm sure there'll be more time added. If my life wasn't crashed, I would speak. So,
Well, Island Girl, I don't know if you're aware of this, but based off of my conversation that I spoke with the detective today, and originally sat down, was a very long conversation. I don't know if it's the same people that you are talking about, but I guess there's actually others as well that I guess, was being questioned as well.
There is, because I sent to the detective, the one I'm speaking to, which I sent you his name in our message, our text message. I sent you the
Right.
name of the detective that I'm speaking to. That is who is on the case. And I sent these other messages from this other minor. And apparently another one came up that they can't tell me of because it didn't come from me. So apparently there's 3 cases right now. Queens and 2 other minors. One I know, the third one I don't know who it is. They just went to authorities on their own after they heard Queen speak out. And justice definitely will be served, you guys. I can promise you that. Like, I'm not giving up until it is.
Well, I also was informed that Kalua is also because she was accessory to know the circumstances that are being taken place, and I guess they considered that she did not report it, that she did not mandate report such incidents of being taken place, and her being aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's looking at charges herself.
Yeah, if it's a famous thing, if you know something, say something. Like, especially if it has to do with like a minor, if you know, especially if you're with somebody and you know that they are doing it. She went on live, on an exposing live, and called him the P word. We told him in that, I told him in that live when I was in there, that she knew about this since she was back in Hawaii. She knew. But why did she continue to stay with him after she knew all of this? And I tell her and I tell him all the time, and I tell everybody, what happens in light what happens in dark will always come to light. And now it's all coming to light. It took a little bit of time, but it's all coming to light now.
What about Max?
Nothing's gonna happen to Max because I don't think Max knows. I don't think really Max is involved in what's going on. Like, I think Max is actually one of the ones. You guys don't request the box right now. I'm not adding anybody up really quick. Comma, just give me a second and I'll add you up in a sec. Kula's cousin's in here, but she's not on Kula's side, so I think she just has some questions for you. But I'm gonna give you a second. Give me a second, comma, and I'll add you up. But you know, I think with Max has nowhere to go. So he's kind of pushed against the wall right now. I think he's like between a rock and a hard place. If Max left, he really would end up on the streets.
Yeah, no, I know all that, but when she said something because Kula knows about X, Y, and Z.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Max knows what's really going on. I think Max is just really in his own world.
Yeah, playing his Legos. That's true. All
Yeah,
right,
I really don't think Max has an idea, and if he does, I mean, he's going to be right there with Kula. Yeah, if he does know, but I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, Max was groomed himself, so I don't think he would do that. But I don't know if he knows. That's what I was wondering. Yeah, Max. No, I love Max. I love Max. I don't have anything against him. I really like him. I feel bad for him. Very sweet person, Max
Please
is.
put this as an awareness. Put this as an awareness live, please, because we keep getting flagged. I think we're probably going to end up going down soon, guys.
Yeah, Max is 100%. Max is definitely 100% aware, but at the same time, Max was also a victim himself. He was groomed himself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Eli knows you're here. Good. I'm glad he does. And also, if you really think about it, T-Bone said in the messages, Eli's also committing adultery because even though him and Max aren't together, but he's living with Max and he's with Kula. So he is committing adultery because he's with somebody else. And they're not legally divorced yet. Thank you guys for the gifts. So there's a lot in this situation, and I could promise you guys, as soon as we can, we will update you with what we can. I just think right now, because it's such a touchy subject with everything going on, we kind of really are limited. But we do want to thank the ones that are still standing behind us and supporting us. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I know, there may be a few trolls from Kula's side in here to go back and report to her, which I really don't care. Report back to Eli. Eli, your time's going to come and you will be behind bars, just like Akon says.
Locked up, they won't let me out.
But, I just think it's not easy for someone to come on a public platform and do what Queen's doing. So I think we all really need to just take a second and just really tell her how much we appreciate her being brave and coming up here and doing this. It's not an easy thing. And Queen, I support you 100%. We talk every day, and I want you to know I'm here for you.
And I understand that. I appreciate that. Like I said, I came on here because I just more or less wanted people to please just keep in mind that, as an adult myself, it's not easy. So with my child also being involved, I just want people to please just be a little knowledge, that there is a minor involved, and I'm trying my hardest to protect her at all costs. I can only do so much on my end. I have now restricted her from going on social media, but unfortunately, TikTok is very a very a light situation.
No, absolutely, it's not. And this is a big thing, you guys. Like, honestly, Eli's going to be looking at some time. I'm going to tell you guys, he thinks he better enjoy the sun now because the things that we have the things that are against him right now, he's looking at a good amount of time. I'll tell you guys that right now, because it's not one kid, it's three right now that we know of, and who know how many more will come forward when the awareness starts to keep going. And watch, he's going to try to get committed. And you know what, even if he gets committed, it's not going to do anything. I work in the mental health field. Like, he'll still end up going to jail.
Also, I want to definitely enforce this, that this is not just phone calls. This is not just text messages. These are statements of very, very, very inappropriate things. There is pictures, there is voicemails, there is so much more that has not been exposed or shown, except to the authorities, because I needed it to all come out and to be shown and said.
Hi, Nick.
So this is very, very, very disturbing. Again, this is not just an individual online saying, "Oh, your 15-year-old daughter is gorgeous," and that it's very, very disturbing and sickening, the things that I have from this individual. And just also what I know from not just myself, but from this individual to other minors. And if it's, people say, "Oh, well, it's just through the internet and this stuff," I could just imagine this poor man in front of a child. Oh, I don't even want to think about what he could be capable of doing. And that's why it definitely needs to be stopped. It definitely needs to be stopped.
Someone asked, we're not going to talk about Tobias in here because Tobias isn't here, so I'm not going to bring him up when he's not here. But, hold on. But Tobias is more than welcome to come in here if he needs to. But yeah, no, I'm not going to talk on Tobias. Where did Eli... Were you and Eli dating? No, they weren't dating. I saw a comment on here that I needed to respond to. Why haven't they taken his device or something like that? Someone said. I don't think he's gonna do time. It was all on electronics. It doesn't matter if it was all on electronics. There's proof for everything. It doesn't matter where.
There's
They have
electronics.
no.
There's
Yeah,
voicemails. There's pictures.
exactly.
There's video. They. I end up having to turn over my one device, so I don't know exactly if they're taking his or not, but they definitely took mine. I handed mine over.
Yeah, and even if it's through electronics, like what does that have to do with anything? There's still all the proof. He called her the other day. She just said at the beginning of the live begging her not to say anything. So, I don't know. If that's not guilty, it's on its own. Like, I don't know what else would be to you that it's just electronics. No, that's not what it is. There's many other things that go along with it.
He definitely reached out to me and begged me not to say anything else. And then when I continued to ignore him, it turned into a threat. So when I did reach back out to the authorities, unfortunately, I had a lot of things on that phone to begin with, but I had to turn it over. They seized it. As well as my tablet as well that actually had pictures and videos on it.
And everything comes from an IP address, like audience said. So it doesn't matter what he hides, he tries to delete. Everything will come from an IP address. So it's all, and his Snapchat links up, the one that he was using with her links up to his dead name. So, there's so much that you guys don't know about, but like that's all we're gonna say. We're not touching on anymore. Like, just trust me, there's a lot of evidence. Like, if we didn't just tell you guys a little bit more than we should have, like, there is a lot more. So, I don't know what more we can tell you guys to like understand that we're not lying. No, Kay, she just came to speak out because she's getting a lot of crazy messages from people. Nothing is ever truly deleted. Exactly. It's not. Like, you can delete things from your phone, but everything traces back. Like, you have to remember, like, the FBI can trace anything. We have a child crime cyber unit on this right now. Like, that's how serious this is, you guys. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you.
When I say this about things can definitely be traced back, just in case everybody wanted to know this, Eli has already had a new phone twice, actually. since I've spoken to him, and even reached out to me from a friend's phone. And I'm not going to go into detail, but let's just say those emails and stuff were definitely found, and
Mm-hmm.
that's even after obtaining a new phone.
Yeah. And if me and someone else, were able to, just by a Snapchat filter, just by the Snapchat she sent us, find that information was linked up to Eli's, can you imagine what the like FBI, the investigators, and all them can do? Like, if we were able to just do that off of a Snapchat name, can you imagine what somebody else is able to do? Like, me and someone did that, or like they did it, and like that person shared it with me. So that went over to the investigators too. So if we were able to do that, can you imagine what the investigators and the FBI are able to pull? Like, it's not hard to, like, you think you're deleting things and you think you're being private, but like nothing's really private on your phone. Yeah, they can, it doesn't matter what's deleted. They can find everything, guys. Yeah. Yeah, she admitted that their fights were staged, Brittany, and then Eli also exposed her for saying that the P word wasn't part of their staged fight. And that he admitted on live when I was in their box the other day. Yep, he made his bed now. He has to lie in it. Kula has a lot to lose too, because unfortunately Kula is pretty much just involved in it as late Eli is. Especially if it was her phone that, it was called from, or she knows what's going on. Like, she's just as at fault as he is, which sucks for her because, I don't know. I wish she would be smart and just leave back home. That's why people keep telling her, go back home. We haven't spoken to Max. We don't know. I haven't said anything about Max because I don't think Max really knows anything about this, to be honest with you. I think Max is just in his own little world and he's just there because he has nowhere else to go. You guys, we keep getting reported. I have a feeling I'm going to go down soon. Is Tiwa Bree in here by any chance, or Alicia?
I have a question for the guy that's in here who's the lawyer. Does Eli personally know you, or he reached out to like a law firm for a pro bono? Thank you.
Thank you guys for the gifts. You guys really don't have to send me gifts. Like, I promise you guys, like, I'm not here for gifts. Like, I just like the live so we don't go down. That's all I ask.
Yeah, it's not.
And spam your fun subscriber emojis in the chat. That's what I did them for.
An attitude is a tude.
No, he doesn't have a lawyer, Betty. He says he had a pro bono lawyer, but the one that supposedly he thought he had, he doesn't have. The one that he was messaging is here in our chat.
I don't even think he's a lawyer.
Alicia. Oh, he didn't know you were an attorney. Okay. I don't know. I know. Alicia speaks her mind. Alicia, stop.
No, he's really an attorney.
No, he is. I guess if you look up his name, he is. Jayla, hold on. I'm not going to let anybody up in the box right now. Okay, give us a second. I told Queen I'd give her the box to herself, which is Alicia and I am Bree with T.
I was just wondering because my best friend is an attorney, my childhood friend, and she does like pro bono cases sometimes because she works with DCF in Florida. So I know she would never take a case like that. So I was just wondering.
You know, and there's the thing, you know, all of this was meant to come to light, you guys. This has been going on for a while. And Bree, I'm sorry, not Bree. Queen happened to come across our page through Tea with Bree's page, and we just happened to be streaming that night, and I let her in my box. And you know, if that wouldn't have happened, none of this would have came out. You know, so we gotta be very thankful that like things happen for a reason. And you know, this reason was to give justice to people, and that's why I do the live. And trust me, I know I'm not liked by a lot of people on TikTok, but I really don't care. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm not here for you to say I'm doing great work. I'm here to help like these people and stand behind her to like give her the strength to keep going, you know? So at the end of the day, like I really don't care if I'm posted all over Reddit and I'm known as a bully and I'm known as this person that you guys don't like. I really don't care, but I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing.
Yeah, because I definitely, without a doubt, been trying to get my word out, even to talk to Kalua. In fact, before this night when I came out, I did try to go on her live, and Eli must have spotted me because as soon as I popped in, he immediately told her block her, and she said who, and he said block Queen. I didn't even have an opportunity. Every time I try to go in, I get blocked or I get muted. So I happened to just follow somebody that was following this platform, and I happened to come in, and I was like, oh, thank God I'm able to say something.
Yeah, and even people that come from Kula's page, like we don't block them right away. Like we give them a chance. We say come in a box. Like if you have something to say, come in a box. And if they don't come and they keep spamming the chat, then yes, that's when they get blocked. But I give everybody a fair opportunity to speak their mind because I know not everybody's going to like me. I know not everybody's going to support what I'm doing. But if you have the guts to come in my chat and say something, then you know, you can speak freely on my platform. But if you're disrespectful to anybody on my platform, yeah, you're going to get blocked. And yes, we have blocked a few people recently, but it's because of, you know, them supporting them. If you're supporting them, I'm not going to let you in here. This is going to be a crazy Netflix special. Man, I'm telling you, I'm going to write a book after all this. So, does anybody else have any more questions for Queen? Because I know she has a lot going on and her days have been very hectic and long. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you need to, Queen, but I don't want you to have to stay on here longer if you don't
No,
have to.
I was just gonna ask the same thing if anybody had any other questions, because I was gonna get off here soon anyway.
I just know she has a lot going on, and if no one has any more questions for Queen, everyone put pink hearts in the chat for her and let her know that we support her and we love her.
Patty said the best thing Kalua could do is come forward with any information she knows, because other than that, she's accessory. That's very true. That's what I was told by the detective myself.
Maybe if she knows how serious this is and they tell her, she may fold. But I think right now, because I'm trying to think how to say this, because we had to be very careful. I think because right now the cops haven't come to him yet because they're still waiting on something. We can't say what. I don't think she thinks it's going to happen. Or I think Eli has a feeling it might. He just doesn't know what day or when or how soon. But I think once Kula is actually in front of like a police person, like in front of a detective and at a police station, I think she may fold then. Because I think that's when it's going to be I think that's when it'll be a reality check for her. And that's when she'll realize, like, but yesterday she was saying, like, oh, I'll stand behind Eli even if he goes to jail. But I know he's not going to because he's innocent. But I think right now it's because she doesn't know the serious of like what is behind it, because she's herself looking at 4 to 5 years if she continues to support this and not give up any information. So I think once she knows like the seriousness behind it, and the Kula would not last a day in jail. I'll tell you guys that right now. She may end up opting out Eli, to be honest with you. And if she doesn't, then they'll both be in there trying to find a way to get someone to three-way them to talk to each other.
Cam says, do you think Eli's dad knows?
See, that's information I can't give up. I will say Dad has been contacted.
Fox said, do you think Kulua knows the extent of it?
I don't think she knows, because if she did, I guarantee you I would 100% think she would actually say something. That's why I'm saying I think if she were to actually get taken into the station and see what happens and like what they're telling her she may be facing, I think that's when she'll cry and fold. But I think right now, because nothing has been like done to them, quote unquote, yet, she doesn't think that. I don't think she really thinks that she has anything to do with this. I think she thinks it'll just be Eli.
And unfortunately, that's not the case.
Absolutely. Oh, he will definitely be getting charged. Yeah, 100%.
Somebody said, would this be his first offense, or did he do this often? The thing is, there's multiple cases, so it depends on how they present it.
Yeah, she was just singing and dancing a bit ago, but she won't be doing that for much longer. And it's sad because her cousin is in the chat, you know, so it's, and she knows. I mean, her cousin just blocked her on live yesterday, so the thing is, I mean, I don't even feel bad for Eli because he knew what he was doing. Like You know when you're doing something inappropriately. You know if you're deleting something, it's just like when you're in a relationship. If you're texting another guy and you're in a relationship with someone and you're deleting that text message, but there's nothing going on and you guys are just friends, you're guilty of something. So anything that is being deleted, you're guilty of it because you don't want it to be seen. And that's what Eli's doing.
People have told her the problem here is she's acting so nonchalant like it's not a problem, and she's not doing anything about it or removing her from the situation, at least temporary, until everything gets presented or handled or whatever. She's just standing next to Eli and supporting him, and unfortunately that is a very bad thing for her because there's 100% proof. It's still going to come out, and now that she knows about it, it's going to affect her as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's just as guilty as he is, guys. And so are all their followers because a set of text messages came out. We can't post the rest just because of the investigation. Like I tell you guys this all the time, we cannot post anything else because of the investigation, because those text messages went out prior to us going to the police. So the detective on Eli's side that is working on the Eli case in Illinois knows those messages are out. Like I told them they're on my public platform, and he told me do not put anything else out there. So there's more case against Eli. Yes, there's one other kid that I know his name that came forward with the mom because he's a minor, but the other one, I don't know who it is. They can't tell me because it wasn't somebody that I told them that it was them. Like it's, I guess, someone that went forward after all this, after the allegations happened. So they won't tell me that name because it wasn't somebody that I already knew prior to the case.
And I just wanna mention this as well. Before I even came out and exposed Eli, before I did, there was an actual live that Kalua was on where she even herself called Eli that word, the PEDO word, herself. So, what would make her herself say such statement about a person she was with, even way before I even came out and exposed him? Make sense.
Yep, and that's what I told her in the live the other day, you guys. That's exactly what I said to her when Auntie asked her, did you know about this allegation prior to being with, like prior to this coming out? Or is this the first time you're hearing about it? She lied to Auntie and said, no, I didn't know about it until 3 weeks ago. I said, Kula, you are a liar. You did an exposing Eli live that I sat in the box with you in. I will send all the information to your aunt because you're fucking lying right now. And she said, no, I'm not, Keala. She got really pissed. Eli stood in front of her and I said, Eli, since I know this is one thing you will say the truth on, because you know I have all the receipts, you know I have all the videos, why don't you be honest with her family since she can't? And that's when he came out and said, yes, she did say I was the pedo word, but that wasn't staged. So he put her on blast in her own live in front of 2,400 people.
Yeah, she did. There was a reason. There was definitely a reason why somebody would call somebody that, even before I even came out and exposed him, because I just did that. So, and that live was a while ago. So there was definitely something that she was concerned about herself for her to make such a statement.
And I saw a live the other day that I didn't see because I guess this live was at like 4 a.m. or something, and someone posted it that I'm friends with. And it was saying her telling Kula was in the box with Eli, and she was telling Eli that the reason why everybody's doing that is because we don't want them together. Eli, Kula, I could give two craps if you're with Eli. I'm not with him. You're the one with him. I don't care if you're unhappy. I don't care if he mistreats you, because if you're allowing that, that's only your fault. That's not anybody else's fault. If you want to be in a relationship like that, I don't care. What I care about is what Eli is doing to these kids, and you're standing behind him. I don't care how he treats you. If you want to stay in that abusive, like not abusive like physical, but like mental abuse relationship, that's on you. I'm not in it, you are. But if that's the kind of relationship you like, by all means, keep staying in it. No one could continue to tell you, but no one does not want you guys together. Do we feel your Eli is good for you? Absolutely not. But it's your choice at the end of the day. We don't have to be with Eli. We don't have to stand by him. You do. And she continues to do it. So that's her fault. That's not anybody else's fault but hers. But for her to sit on live saying that we're doing this because we don't want her with Eli because he's a cheater, he's a narcissist. No. Why we're doing this, Kula, is because Eli is messaging minors. He's grooming minors. He shouldn't be on social media. I agree.
Eli has lied about, don't get me wrong, I'm an adult. I tell fibs from time to time. But however, there's some really disturbing things that Eli has lied about that cannot be looked over. And one of them is the fact that, him talking to minors, or the fact that he lied about, losing children, 10 that he had children and they're deceased. There's women that are across the country that, endure and go through situations like that. Why would anybody lie about something so terrible? It's disgusting. It's extremely disgusting.
And I called him out on that in his live also. And I called him out about having his 8 seizures. I called him out about never having children. And you guys all saw that. You guys sat, anyone that was in there sat in the live. If you missed it, it's pinned on Florida Girls bio, or you could ask Wowie Macaroni, she's in the chat, to send you it. It's on her YouTube. So I mean, there's a lot. I've known Eli for a long time. Oh yeah, and then he also was saying that he was raped by his brother. Like, there's a lot of things that just didn't make sense.
Yeah, about him being in a so-called, gang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That he was jumped into the Bloods gang. Like, I should have said that on live. I forgot about that one. But yeah, there was a lot of things that Eli has said that is so inconsistent. And I told him I could keep going down the list. He says he's a karate. He did karate. He could fight 5 people at once. He had cancer. I could keep going, you guys. It's crazy. I don't know how someone could be such a pathological liar. Like Alicia told you guys the other day in the live, I can't lie to save my life. Like, she said something on live and she was joking, and I was like, Alicia, what? And like, I can't lie. Like, I don't know how he can be such a pathological liar. It's so hard for me. You have to keep up with your lies. Like, you have to remember every lie you told. So I just rather not tell a lie. I just rather be honest. He wouldn't last if he went to Hawaii. No one on the island wants him there. Yeah, we just covered that, Carrie. He never had twins, and I told him that when I was in his box with Kula and Eli there the other day.
To be honest with you, that man said he knows martial arts and knows how to fight. That man don't even look like he knows how to fight his way out of a paper bag.
His little arms
A
won't allow
wet
him
one at
to.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, guys. Just just bear with us, you guys. We're trying really hard to give you as much information as we can. It's just really hard for us right now too, and I can't keep stressing and emphasizing that as much as I need to, but I promise you, as soon as something happens or there's a break in it or he gets arrested, I hope it's on live. I really hope the cops come knocking on his door when Kula or him are on live. That would be the best because that's what we'd love to see. But like realistically, like as soon as we know, if it's not obviously on live, because Kula's always live, if it's not live, like as soon as we are able to tell you guys, we will let you guys know. But right now we just have to kind of just minimize a lot. And if we could, trust me, we wish we could tell you everything, but we want to also make sure that this all gets taken care of and goes through.
Well, girl, it's a little bit after 11 here.
Mhm.
I will definitely keep you informed. I do, like I said, I have to fly in and go take the lie detector test. That I volunteered to do so, and I will give you the detective names and stuff that the people that I'm dealing with, that we can, exchange notes. That way, you know exactly
Yeah.
what I'm doing and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. That way, you're aware of what's taking place. I'm just trying to, you know, multitask everything and at the same time make sure that my daughter health and well-being is, first and foremost my priority. But I just, like I said, I wanted to come on here to sum it up and just please remind people that there is children involved in this situation, and it is definitely social media can be a very cruel world, and I don't want to make, obviously my daughter's already a victim. I don't want to make her feel as a guilty victim, because some children are approaching her about certain things in school. uh, but I just want to please remind people to just be mindful that when you word things or say certain things on social media, it definitely has an impact on other individuals. So please just be mindful. And I appreciate everyone here tonight for allowing me to speak up and say what I needed to say. I morely appreciate, Florida and Island Girl that allowed me to come on this platform to get my voice out as well as my daughter's. And I definitely will be forever thankful for that. And I appreciate everyone in here tonight. And please, if anything, please tap and like the page and show support, because what she's doing is definitely bringing awareness to sick individuals that shouldn't be doing certain things like this, definitely online or even offline. So please show your appreciation that way. Thank you, and I appreciate y'all.
Queen, before you go, I just want to say, everyone show hearts in the chat for Queen really quick. You're brave. We love you, and we all stand behind you, okay? I'll be in touch with you tomorrow.
Okay, honey. Everyone have a good night.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right.